Okay, so today we're moving on where we solve percent problems. So we're on lesson 14. Let's solve more percentage problems. So you're just listening for now. It says a pot can hold 36 liters of water. What percentage of the pot is filled when it contains 9 liters? Here's two different ways to solve it. So you could do the number line, which you've been taught. So 100% would be 36, right? And that's from right there. And then what you do is if you know 100% of it is 36, you could break it up into fourths, right? And that would give you this 9 at 25%. So 9 is 1/4 of 36 or 25% of 36. So that's one way that you can solve it. Another way that they have for you is this table. So again, you can have 36 and you can multiply it by 1/4, which is what I said. And if you multiply the 100 by 1/4, you would get 25, and that would be your percent. Me personally, I added this. This is the way that I would solve it because I'm not very big on the tables or the diagrams. I am more of a math person. So I would just divide them. I would do 9 divided by 36, and it would give me 0.25 in a calculator. And then I would move my decimal over 2 to the right, like I've taught you, and I would get 25%. So really, there's no right or wrong way. This is just a different way for you to do it. And let's get started on some examples here. So number talk, multiplication with decimals, page 75. So you're just going to find the products. Now, you can do it mentally. You can use a calculator. What you need to really know that I wanted to make sure you knew is whenever you have 3 things to multiply, you're going to choose 2 things to multiply to first, and then you're going to multiply the answer by the other one that's left. So I did 6 times 2 because that's easy. That's 12. And then my answer was 12. Well, now I need to multiply 12 by the remaining product, right? So 0.8. So if you multiply those two, your answer is 9.6. So you should be writing what's in the orange box in your book on that problem. And then for this one, there really wasn't an easier way. I mean, it just depends on how you kind of look at it. But I ended up just multiplying these two together, and I got 2.7. And then you got to multiply that by the last part of the product, which is 4. And then your answer should be 10.8. So those are important skills to know. Just remember to multiply 2 of them, and then their answer multiply to the one left over. Okay, now we're talking about coupons. So this is real life, right? These are real things that happen and discount, which is what we're going to be practicing with today. So 14.2, page 75. So we're dealing with coupons. You may have seen these, you may not have. Regardless, it's a sale. That's the way that you need to look at a coupon. Okay, so Han and Claire go shopping, and they each have a coupon. Han buys an item with a normal price of $15, and then he uses a 10% off. So this is something that happens to me when I go to Kohl's, right? How much does he save by using the coupon? Okay, so what you would do is there's multiple ways to do this, but the best thing for me, whenever I see a percent, I convert it to a decimal, right? So that 10%, what you do is you move the decimal to the left now. And that makes my decimal 0.10. Most of you just know that, right? But if you didn't know that, you can move your decimal over to make 0.10. And then now you're just going to multiply that 0.10 that you see in my problem there in the red. And I'm going to multiply that by 15. And I get $1.50. So he saved $1.50 from using this coupon. Okay, so now we're on number 2. It's Claire. Claire buys an item with a normal price of $24, but she saves $6 by using the coupon. Now we're looking for what percentage off is the coupon. So 2 very different problems, right? The other one, we're looking for a dollar amount. This one, we're looking for a percentage, right? So I would divide them the same way I showed you in the summary above. I would do 6 divided by 24, and I'd get 0.25. Remember, when you're converting a decimal to a percent, you move it over 2 to the right. So your answer for number 2 is 25%. Okay, now I added this slide just so you're successful in your Khan Academy when you work on this in a little bit. So the square represents the whole. Express the shaded area as a fraction, a decimal, and a percent of the whole. So some of you who got help from me last week, I told you a strategy, and that's this 1 and 2, right? So I told you count the total boxes. That's going to be your bottom number, right? And our bottom number, if you were to count, it's 10 by 10. This is 10 by 10, which is 100. So your whole or your total is 100, and that would always be the bottom number. Now the part, or what I explained to some of you was the part shaded, is what will be the top number. And if you were to count those, it would be 57. So when you're doing Khan Academy, you need to first start with what I just did. Then from there, it's very easy. The fraction I just gave you, 57 out of 100. When you're looking for the decimal, remember I said to divide them. So I'm going to write division. You would, in a calculator, type 57 divided by 100. And your answer would be 0.57. Now you've been taught this. If I have a decimal and I need to make it a percent, you move the decimal 2 to the right. So 1, 2. So your percent would be 57%. So you're going to join class and we'll start the next part.